Okay, good morning, everyone. We're doing Reish Nun Zayin. We're doing Reish Nun Zayin, Steve Hey and Vov. Short ones. We talked about by Atmona, if it's cold, so if it's a mivashel cold, so it was cooked, completed. So then, even though if something, and you want to cover it with something that is not moisiv hevel, means it's not adding heat, so then we said we allow. Now today we want to know another case. In פינה התבשיל בשבת, מגדרה שנתבשלה, באה לגדרה אחרת, מותר. מותר להטמינו בדבר שלא מוסיף hevel. Means to say, let's say I had a pot of cholent, and I moved it to another pot. It's called kli sheni. It's called the second vessel. If it's a kli sheni, it's not as hot as it was before. So mimela over there, you could do atmona. For showing something that it's not moisiv hevel. We said like, karim, ksatot, whatever it is, that something is not moisiv hevel. So this is the first thing. Now, why? Says the Mishnah Brurah, the whole issue is what? It's only by kli rishon. But the minute you moved it to another kli, yeah, even though it's called yat soledet, but means it's over, let's say, I think over 45 heat, I don't know how you say it, Celsius, then it's still allowed, yeah? What happened after he put it in the second pot? He wanted to put it back in the first pot. It's also allowed. Because the minute it doesn't have that first heat, it doesn't call kli rishon, it doesn't call the first vessel, and then you're allowed to what? To store it in that pot and to put on it, something covered that is not moisiv hevel. Now, says the Mishnah, another thing that even if you had in mind to put it, let's say, once to cover it, but generally you can't cover it because you're not allowed to do hatmana, store it in Shabbos. So he said, okay, I'll put it in another pot. He has in mind, and he said, then I can store it. It doesn't make a difference. Says Mishnah Brurah. So what's your reason? The minute it's not kli rishon, it's not the first vessel, it's mutar. Now, what happened if it's moisiv hevel? So let's say I want to cover something that has heat. Then even bedavar tzonim, something that's cold, it's forbidden. Because anything that's moisiv hevel, we said clear, it's forbidden. Now, even in chol, even in the week, let's say I put it before Shabbos, but in something that's moisiv hevel, then we learned already before that it's forbidden. Second halacha, mutar leatmin b'Shabbat, davar tzonem. You're allowed to do hatmona storage in Shabbos himself, but something that it's tzonem means, let's say, cold water. But I don't want it to get even colder. It's outside, it's cold. I don't know how cold I could drink it. So, I want cold, but not as cold. So just to keep the heat. בדבר שלא מוסיף hevel, כדי שלא יצטנם ביותר, או כדי שתפיק צנתו, or in order for it not to be cold complete, so then you're allowed to do it. אבל בדבר המוסיף hevel, but it's something that has heat, אפילו להטמין צונן גמור, אפילו מבעוד יום, להם יעשו. Even to put something, to store it complete, yeah, then he said it's forbidden. Those things, those style is forbidden. Says the Mishnah Brurah, even Adam Choshuv, it's allowed. What's the chiddush by Adam Choshuv? Because everybody will learn with him, if it's allowed like that, maybe it's also allowed like that. People will start to learn from him, what it's, and then they'll make up stories what it is. So the answer is no, we're not afraid of that. That's what the Gavon says, because whatever is allowed, even though it's atmona, it's allowed, it's allowed. Says the Mishnah Brurah, the Biralocha, something very interesting. Okay? Asur latmin tzoinen gomu. You're not allowed to cover something that was complete tzoinen. Afilim b'yom